Morning, it's Barbara. I showed you my gizmo, but then I made a mistake and I'm not showing it again because this is now take 3. I'm wearing my Mary Kay, which I of course applied on take 1. But then I proceeded to drink my coffee. I don't know, I'm messing this up. I was fine before. When I drink my coffee, it goes on the cup. But the cup is red, so you can't even tell. I'm outside the lines. Good morning. It's Barbara. Oh, my goodness. It's a quiet house. Today, it's just me and Maisie at the moment. Pearl, keep your fingers crossed. Pearl is at the vet, her surgeon. Her surgeon's very busy today, but they said bring her in and she'll see her when she can. So we dropped her off and we're going to talk to the surgeon later. And please keep your fingers crossed, please, 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 that she can start having some fun. Oh my gosh, that poor dog hasn't been in her backyard in 10 weeks. She can't be outside without a leash. She's not allowed to have fun. In the last 2 weeks, she's been allowed to go up the steps 1 time a day so that she can come and sleep with us at night, because otherwise, for 8 weeks, she didn't even get to sleep with us. So it's been tough. So we are hoping for good news from the surgeon today. So keep your fingers crossed for us, please. And Aura and Dennis are at the doctor. Aura has a doctor's appointment today. And so it's just me and Maisie here. Russ and Pat left yesterday, but I think I vlogged after they left, so you already knew that. Yesterday ended up being very crazy, busy, stressful, a little bit stressful. Well, Russ and Pat were here till noon, and that was lovely. We just visited and helped them load up their truck. They got home safe and sound, so nobody has to worry. It was very windy, though. And we were waiting for the traveling phlebotomist. Now, the phlebotomist had a window of 12 to 2. And I'm not sure exactly when Dennis was notified she was going to be late, but she was going to be outside the 2. And did we want to reschedule? And we said, no, we need this blood drawn, so we'll wait. I mean, we're home. About 1:45, the power goes out in the house. Just, it's been very windy, but that's it. It was windy. And it was even windier the night before. I mean, we were nervous the night before that the power was going to go out because it was wailing and loud. It was really, really dangerously windy. And the lights flickered a couple times that night. But yesterday it went out 1:45. So, we usually wait a half an hour or more to see if it's going to come back before we fire up the generator and do all the work, because the fridge can sit for, half an hour or whatever. And when the power comes up, it's just less work. However, Aura's chair is electrically powered and she's laying flat on her back practically, resting and sleeping. And I'm like, I don't think that's going to be really hard. I mean, the phlebotomist can take blood without electricity because it wasn't dark. It was in the middle of the afternoon and it wasn't even a very cloudy day. But I don't know that she can take blood with Aura laying flat on her back in that chair. So Dennis had to go fire up the generator and all this stuff. And of course, he always discovers problems when the power goes out with his computer system and his UPSs. There's always a problem with the UPSs and whatever. Anyway, so he was running around and trying to get things organized and straightened out for a half an hour. Well, he got the power up. And so I had Aura sit up in her chair in case the power went out again. And although we had the generator going, so I don't know. Anyway, power came back in a half an hour, which is good because, our furnace isn't on the generator. So we're anticipating 3 days of low 20s for the high. It's like our fireplace is not going to keep this house very warm. In fact, I turned the heat up. We've been keeping the heat at 68 degrees, which is comfortable. We wear sweaters. and everybody's happy at that temperature. But I thought, if the power goes out and we have to heat this house with that fireplace, I want it to start out a lot warmer than 68. I mean, I turned it up to 70, but I had the heat going a little higher just in case, because it was really windy. But we didn't lose power again, and so that was fine. I turned it back down when we went to bed, but I was concerned. So anyway, the power came back, and about 20 minutes later, the phlebotomist came, and she was lovely, took lots of blood, no problems. But by the time she left, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is past time that we're supposed to be walking the dogs. And so by the time we got back walking the dogs, and we did a short walk, it's just sort of like a courtesy walk. Now you know you've had your walk, because they wanted to get home too, because they don't get fed till after walk. They don't get fed once a day. So anyway, so we were running around, so 2:30, and then we start eating, because we have a eating window of like 3 to 6. That's when we eat all the food. It's not like we're eating constantly for 3 hours, but that's when we're eating. It's not exactly one meal a day, but it's kind of one meal a day, because it's a relatively short window. And then we go till the next day at 3 o'clock. Except for me, I'm quite sure that I break that fast because I have cream in my coffee. If I were drinking my coffee black, then I would be definitely doing intermittent fasting. Now I'm not sure what I'm doing. So anyway, it felt like a very, and Dennis is running around trying to get, doing the electric and everything. It was, yeah. Felt very stressful. I had not slept well the night before. So Laura and I watched a couple of Vera's. I worked on my trove, which I am really loving working on, and I'm loving seeing your guys' troves. Marianne's doing a trove, Valerie's doing a trove. It's fun to watch. It's fun to see your troves. We have a thread for the 2025 Joyous Mal. If you're doing any fiber arts that's bringing you joy, please post in the thread, on the Flame and Fiber podcast. Ravelry group, there's a thread for the 2025 Joyous Make-Along, and I hope you are finding joy in your crafting and will join us with that. So I really am enjoying it. And so we watched 2 Vera's, so I knit for 3 hours. I knit a little bit on the second sleeve and some on the body, so I was really enjoying that. But Horace stayed up till like 9:30, so I wasn't really doing too much. Now, I was supposed to be doing an email yesterday, and I did not do it yesterday. But I was really tired, so I went to bed early last night because I hadn't slept the night before. And I got up at 7:30 this morning. My normal schedule is shifted way too late for me to be productive in any real way, because I don't really get going until 11, and then I do my vlog, and then, we walk the dogs at 2, and then I start eating. And I have a cocktail. I guess I'm a day drinker, because, while I'm having my dinner, I'm having, my cocktail and everything. It's just shifted a little earlier than most people. But once I've had my cocktail and, I'm not that productive in the evenings. I'm reading or knitting, talking, looking at the news, watching TV, but I'm not productive. So I've been feeling very unproductive lately, and I have a lot of stuff that I need to be doing to get ready for tax season for all my entities. I have 4 tax things to do. I have my parents' tax return. I have the trust tax return that my sister Christy entrusted me with. We have our personal tax return, and we have Aura's tax return. I got an accountant, which I need to sign some paperwork and get back to him, or he's going to think I don't want him. But I have to get stuff organized, and I have to start being more productive. So I was very happy to get up at 7:30, and I made myself a cup of coffee, and I sat down and I wrote my email that I was supposed to write yesterday. I wrote it this morning and sent it off. So I'm feeling very productive already today. And, you know, an hour of fussing around and helping and this and that and this and that to get both the dog to the vet and Aura ready to go to the doctor. So I worked really hard already today, and it's 11 o'clock. I feel very productive. And that's a nice feeling when you've been feeling very unproductive for a long time. So, yeah, it's a very nice feeling. Today won't be back to normal yet because Pearl's at the vet. You know, Dennis and Aura will probably be home around noon is my guess. I don't know. I guess we're going to wait around and kind of wait to hear something from the vet. We would normally walk the dogs at 2, but Pearl isn't around. We could walk Maisie at 2. We're not feeding Maze until Pearl comes. They're both getting fed at the same time because that just wouldn't work. Because Maze would assume that she's getting fed again. If we fed her early and then Pearl came home and we fed Pearl, Maze would think she's getting ripped off. So we're not back to normal. Tomorrow should be back to normal, although we're expecting weather tomorrow, so. Aura has another doctor for appointment, a different doctor on Thursday. And we are going to have to reschedule that because we're supposed to have snow. Now, they're not very clear on how much snow we're getting. Depending on the model that you look at, we're getting 1 to 8 inches. But we should be getting some snow anyway, and we aren't taking Aura out in the snow. So that's already decided. So we have to call and change that appointment. Anyway. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a little productive, and I'm hoping that I'll continue to get up early so I can continue feeling productive. But meanwhile, I'm saying hi to you guys, and I'm going to do my yoga. I'm doing my yoga today. Yeah. So I said I would do my email yesterday, but I did it before I talked to you, so that counts. It's a little bit like when I used to go to Weight Watchers on Monday nights. Monday night after Weight Watchers didn't count. I started writing on Tuesday what I ate. So if I do it before I vlog and tell you about it, then it counts for yesterday. But tomorrow I can tell you about it again because I did it today. I get double duty from everything I do. Well, writing that email was on my list of things to do, and so I found my list, and turns out I had done a couple things on that list, and I didn't even cross them off. So I got to cross things off today, do that email. So I'm feeling okay, and I'm going to do more. I have lots to do, and I think I'm going to do more till we figure out when we're going to go for walks and things like that. So I did read a little bit yesterday, but I mean, next book in the Andy Carpenter, but this one isn't grabbing me nearly as much as the last one did. I mean, I'm enjoying it and I'm going to finish it, but I didn't have any trouble putting it down to watch Vera's and start knitting. So I think that's good. You know, quit being so obsessive about these books and everything that I'm doing. So I'm going to go. I have yoga to do, and I have a load of laundry in. I mean, who is this person? Sometimes you just feel a little energetic, I guess. And I got a good night's sleep after a terrible night the night before, and so that feels good. And getting up early really does make me feel good. I should do it more often. I actually had set my alarm for 8:30. Yeah. I did a terrible job. Oh, you know what? It's running down my little wrinkles. I know women have that trouble, but I never had it before. Maybe because I usually stay within the lines of my lips. Go outside the lines and look what happens. And besides, it's crooked. Oh well. It'll be gone soon because I'm going to finish my coffee. Please take good care of yourselves. I will talk to you tomorrow. Maybe I'll know more about the snow when I talk to you tomorrow. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.